Hello friends, Kevin Lopez here, back again through Home Tutors. Now, today I'm going to go ahead and discuss a few questions about the famous poem that we had earlier gone ahead and read, that is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Now the question and answer goes ahead like, question number 1. The question is, sometimes the choices we make have far-reaching consequences. Think about choices you make on a daily basis and the importance of these choices. Now, to be very frank with you, you guys are more understanding than me right now. You've got the crux of the exams, you've got the crux of the poem, and now I would really suggest this question is about what choices you have made. You have gone ahead and taken in life. For example, you took a road, you have to take road A, road B, and suddenly you find it blocked out there. So to be very frank, these questions can be gone ahead and answered by your own. I'm carrying on myself to the next question. Yes, this question is complete the web chart showing choices and decisions you may have to take in the rest of few years and the factors that affect these choices. Now, the determining factors that you go ahead and see are interests, friends, choices, parents. Now, these are the factors that actually go ahead and make you understand what are the choices you have to make. Now, the solution to this goes as, the blank points goes as to be covered as maybe the talents, maybe the finances may go ahead and force you to make choices, maybe the fame involved in the choice you make. Some of the work that you do may get you a big number, may make you a big shot, but some of the work make you go and work behind the desks. Everybody knows Sundar Pichai, but nobody knows who's his assistant. Yet his assistant also works as a good fellow. Again, the thing is opportunity. Now, opportunity knocks. I would suggest you to keep these things in mind, because opportunity knocks, you just have to grab it. So the answer over here goes ahead and says that making choices has many factors involved. Question number 3. Have you made choices that are acceptable and less risky, or have you followed the beaten track? Again, I would tell you friends, these questions has to be answered by your own thoughtfulness, because the question clearly says, have you made choices that are acceptable and less risky, or have you followed the beaten track? Coming back to the poem, Robert Frost was saying the road taken by him was greener and less used upon. So the road taken by him was a bit hard and less used by people. The road left by him was commonly used. We happen to encounter such situations every day. We go ahead and take up the roads that seems easier to walk, easier to deal with, easier to perform. But again, what I personally feel is we should be taking up the path that gives us challenges, because once we go ahead and take challenges, it really helps us to achieve the accomplished result with a happiness in our heart. Question number 5b. What choices did the poet have to make? This question is very simple, to be frank. The poet was standing in a forest. He had two roads ahead of him. One road was used upon by a lot of people out there. The other one was less used and was much greener. So again, I would say the poet went ahead and took a path that was actually going ahead and depicting the harshness involved into it. Question number 5c. Did he regret his choice? Why or why not? Again, I would say this is a very ambiguous answer, because in the last paraphrase, the poet gives a sign. Now, a sign is a relief or a despair. We just give out a sense like, that's a sign. The poet really goes ahead and gives this sign. That gives us an expression of having a desperation or a regret or a remorse that he has in his own life, thinking about the things that he has spent before, the path that he has chosen. Again, I would suggest the last line goes ahead and says it is all the difference that the road he has chosen has made. Now, this gives a sense of real happiness to him, because he goes ahead and says, fine, there is a difference made by what he has done. The next question I come to you is, the tone of the speaker in the first stanza is that of, this is an MCQ, that is a multiple choice question. There are 4 choices: excitement, anger, hesitation, thoughtfulness, and sorrow. Precisely this question depicts the feeling of hesitation and thoughtfulness that the poet is going ahead and looking forward to, because he has to make choices among two roads. Coming back to the next question, the poet writes, two roads diverged in a yellow wood. The word diverged means the choices are appeared, curved, branched off, or continued. To be very frank, diverged means branched off. Question number 7. In the poem, a traveler comes to a fork in the road and needs to decide which way to go to continue his journey. Figuratively, the choice of the road denotes point 1. The tough choices people make, the road of the time wasted on deciding what to do, life is like a forest, or one must travel a lot to realize his dreams. Frankly, this answer would be going ahead as the tough choices one has to make before taking up the path of the life. Now this is a very good question that I would really say. The poet says, I took one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. What is the difference that the poet mentions? The difference is probably the degree of success and satisfaction that the poet has achieved at this moment of time when he is spending his life thinking about the choices he's made earlier. Coming back to this, 1912, Robert Frost took up a journey from America to England, came back with 4 Pulitzer Prizes. Now that's a surprise that a man can achieve. So that is what he's saying, that he is talking about the level of success that he has achieved now. The next question, does the speaker seem to be happy about his decision? Now, again coming back to the last stanza of this poem, it is beautifully carved over here. He's thinking about the happiness as well as despair. So it is the sign that he's taking and the happiness that he's having. Now that's the Robert Frost, the man with a common language. Which road would you choose and why? This question has to be answered by you own, my friends, because the road that you have to choose shall be giving you the results that you'll be achieving at the end of your life. So it is you who has to decide which road you have to choose in your life. Which road the speaker chose? To be very fresh, the speaker chose the road that was less traveled in order to go ahead, which was a bit tough road to be traveled upon, yet the level of achievement that he achieved gave it all. Describe the two roads that the author finds. The two roads that the author finds. The first road was that he saw a weary road that has been walked upon by a lot of people. That means a road that has been taken by people to be very easy in life. But the other road is much more greener. The leaves are not being crumbled upon. That means that road was less walked upon. My friends, I would again suggest the poet took the road that was less traveled upon by other people. Frankly, the road less traveled upon requires a lot of dedication, hardships, and tough times. The poet also took the second road that I've mentioned over here. The question comes over here is fill in the blanks, right? So the poem, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, is about dash choices that one makes in life. It tells about a man who comes to the fork on the road. He is traveling upon, he feels dash that he cannot travel. Now he feels sorry and he cannot travel dash paths, that is both the paths, as he must choose one. Frost uses the fork in the road to represent a point in a man's life where he has to choose the direction in which he wishes to go ahead and travel. Now his decision, he took down one path as far as he could see in the foresee. Again he's talking about the paths that he could see ahead. The point comes over here, he stands the other trail and decides the outcome of going down that path would be just as dash. Now he thinks that the path would be just as pleasant as the other path, but no, the path wasn't present. At this point he concludes that the trail that has been less traveled would be more dash. Now come on, here the poet is going ahead and convincing himself that the path that I'm choosing would be more rewarding. When he reaches the end of it, the man then decides that he will save the other path for another day. Even though he knows that the path leads to another, he won't be going to get a dash. That is a choice, because once you travel down the path of your life, there are no choices of coming back. There is no return, there is no remorse. So the path that you have chosen is chosen for the rest of your life. The man then says that he will be telling this story with a sign someday in the future, suggesting that he will dash what the life would have been like if he had chosen the more walked path, even though the path he chose has made all the difference. Now, here the last point comes. He would wonder. He would really wonder about what path he has chosen in life. So the poet goes ahead and says that it is upon his needs that he is looking forward to go ahead and share it with you all. So thank you, my friends. Once again, if you need solutions, you can click the button about us and you can get the solutions online as well as in a pen drive. Thank you.